The dog who knew too much, a kitten's secret pain that shattered everyone's hearts. The kitten's cries cut through the sterile air of the veterinary clinic like a knife. Tiny, desperate, and unrelenting, the sound made even the most experienced staff members wince. The scruffy gray tabby couldn't have been more than 5 weeks old, its ribs visible beneath patchy fur as it trembled on the examination table. That's when Max, the clinic's 90-pound golden retriever therapy dog, did something extraordinary. He shouldn't have even been in the exam room. But as the kitten's wails reached a fever pitch, Max burst through the slightly ajar door like a furry golden tornado. Before Dr. Patel could react, the massive dog was on his hind legs, front paws carefully encircling the tiny kitten in what could only be described as a full-body hug. "Max, down!" Dr. Patel commanded, but the normally obedient dog ignored her. His big brown eyes locked onto the vet's with an intensity that made her pause. The kitten's cries immediately softened to whimpers as Max began methodically licking its face. Vet tech James chuckled nervously. "Guess we've got ourselves a foster dad." But Dr. Patel wasn't laughing. She'd worked with Max for 3 years since rescuing him from an abusive situation. She knew every nuance of his behavior. And right now, his body language screamed danger. The way Max kept nudging the kitten's left flank with his nose, the frantic whines he made when anyone approached, the protective way he positioned his body between the staff and the kitten. "Something's wrong," Dr. Patel murmured. She gently pushed Max aside, earning a warning growl, completely out of character for the gentle giant. As her fingers palpated the kitten's ribs, she felt it, a slight irregularity beneath the fur on the left side. The moment the ultrasound wand touched that spot, the truth appeared on the screen in horrifying detail. A 2-inch wooden splinter, nearly invisible against the gray fur, had penetrated deep into the kitten's abdomen. Pus-filled abscesses surrounded the wound. Worse, the X-ray showed the splinter was millimeters from puncturing the small intestine. James gasped. "How did we miss that?" Dr. Patel's hands shook as she realized the terrible truth. "We didn't, but Max did." The surgery took 3 grueling hours. When Dr. Patel finally emerged, her scrubs stained with sweat and antiseptic, she found Max exactly where she'd left him, pressed against the operating room door, his entire body tense with worry. "She's going to be okay, buddy," Dr. Patel whispered, scratching behind his ears. Max responded by licking her hand frantically, then running to the recovery crate where the sedated kitten lay. What happened next would be etched in the clinic's memory forever. Max carefully arranged himself around the crate, his body forming a protective circle. Every time the kitten stirred in pain, Max would whine softly and lick the metal bars nearest to her injured side. When Dr. Patel tried to administer pain medication, Max actually nudged her hand toward the exact spot where the internal stitches were. "It's like he can still see the wound," James marveled. Then came the discovery that explained everything. While reviewing security footage that night, Dr. Patel noticed something chilling. Before anyone had even examined the kitten, Max had been obsessively sniffing and nudging that exact spot on her flank. In one frame, you could see his nostrils flare as he detected what human senses couldn't, the infection festering beneath the surface. The realization hit Dr. Patel like a physical blow. Max had been abused with wooden sticks before his rescue. His scars told that story. Somehow he'd recognized the same terrible pain in this tiny creature. Tears streamed down the vet's face as she watched the footage of Max's desperate attempts to communicate what was wrong. All that time they'd thought he was being affectionate, he'd actually been sounding the alarm. Today, the kitten they named Phoenix is fully recovered, though she'll always have a slight limp. Max never leaves her side. He still checks her old wound every morning with gentle licks, as if making sure the nightmare won't return. But sometimes, when the clinic is quiet, Dr. Patel catches Max staring at the door with his ears perked up, waiting for the next broken creature who needs his special gift, because Max knows pain doesn't always show on the outside, and sometimes the deepest wounds are the ones we can't see.